This is a podcast from Partnerships for Wellbeing.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Ways to Wellbeing. I'm Jeff Szynski, and alongside me in the Inverness studio is the one, the only Nicola McKenzie.
Hello.
Now, we've got some really big news to announce this week.
We do.
And for that, we are going to go over shortly to our roving reporter, Kate Thompson, who we've sent out into the rain in Inverness.
Yeah, it's horrible out there.
Yeah, but we'll keep her waiting out there, soaking a wee bit longer, because it has to be noted, Nicola, that you've been absent from the podcast for quite a few weeks now.
Yeah,
Now,
I know.
I understand this is about contractual issues about your Winnebago.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've got to just know your worth, don't you, Jeff? And
Yes.
I was just putting in my demands, and
I think the flocked gold wallpaper was too much.
that might have been a step too far.
No, in all seriousness, you've not been around because you've been busy.
Yeah, really busy. I mean, it's brilliant. The community transport's really starting to pick up again. It's getting busier and busier. We have 3 cars on the roads, and we're recruiting more drivers. We're putting drivers through the training for their wheelchair accessible vehicle training. It's just brilliant. It's all go though. It's very, very busy, so it's great.
It is, and it's great to get these new volunteer drivers coming forward. And I think we've got to thank Inverness Rotary Club. For
Yeah,
that.
definitely.
Inverness Culloden Rotary Club to be exact, actually,
Yes.
for just spreading the word that we need those drivers.
Yeah, they've been a huge support, and especially with the recruitment of drivers. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And other good news,
More good news.
Dave Greer.
Dave Greer, I know. Dave Greer, our very own Dave Greer, won an award, an HDSI award at the weekend, didn't he?
He was. I was there. Fiona, our transport manager, was there. Dave was there. His wife was there. My wife was there. You were not there due to those contractual issues we mentioned earlier on, I think.
I'm such a diva.
We just didn't invite you.
That is the truth.
Yeah, your demand for cocktails was too much. No, it was a lovely night over at Strathpepper, the HTSI Awards, and when Dave got his award, it was Mary Wiley gave the note of it and said that Dave had been such a help, not just as a volunteer driver, which he is, not just because he volunteers for other groups in Inverness, but as a trustee, he went that extra mile in terms of helping the charity and the staff during the lockdown months, just keeping in touch, doing simple admin things like the minutes and making sure the website was fine and things like that.
Yeah,
well.
he's just a really great guy, isn't he? He's just tremendous, and we're so grateful to have him.
He's just a great guy. And while we're on good news, we've had support from the Inverness Common Good Fund. Good bit of cash there from them to support our wheelchair accessible vehicle project as well. So thank you very much
Thank you.
For that. It really is needed, and we're really grateful for it. Now, back to that big news. We're now going to cross to our roving reporter, Kate Thompson. When we suggested this morning that she go out where she's going, the sun was shining. In fact, the sun's been shining for weeks here in Inverness, apart from in the last 2 hours. So, Kate, where are you?
Hello, can you hear me? At the moment, I'm beside the River Ness under the underpass, so contending a bit with traffic noise and a lot of rain. I don't know if you can see behind me, for those of you watching on video. The flood is encroaching as we speak, so I've got half a metre until my feet are very wet.
Well, we're glad we sent you out with all that electrical equipment. That's quite good. But anyway, you've got big news for us.
Yeah, indeed. So we've been really grateful to be successful with the National Lottery Community Fund, and with that money we're going to be hosting a festival of walking and wheeling in Inverness, hopefully in 2023.
A festival of walking and wheeling.
Brilliant.
Now, this is your idea, Kate.
It was a wee idea that I had, and you've kind of expanded it and extended it. So yeah, it's really exciting.
It is really exciting. So we're hoping that we can do this in around about May next year. So at the moment, we got that money confirmed from the National Lottery. We're waiting to hear about other wee pots of money for that. And then we're going to be, well, Kate, you'll be knocking on the door of lots of walking and wheeling groups around the city to try and get them involved.
Absolutely. So the idea is to try and raise awareness of all the walking and wheeling opportunities in Inverness, and just how walkable and wheelable Inverness is as a city for getting around. And in, like you say, involving all the existing groups. So yeah, getting in touch with different organisations to see if anyone's interested in being involved. And if anyone listening to this is, then feel free to get in touch.
Absolutely.
Brilliant.
Well, it is brilliant. We're really excited about it. And Kate, in terms of, well, not quite run of the mill, but in terms of your normal kind of walking projects, you've got what now, over a dozen up and running again?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think since we last spoke, we have had the Tane Health Walk has restarted, and that's been supported by the Tane and District Development Trust. Nikki Fraser, she's sort of spearheading that walk, which is brilliant, and she's got a group of lovely volunteers helping. And there's also been a new Alzheimer's Scotland walk for people living with dementia started in Nairn. So that's a bi-monthly walk in Nairn, which is brilliant.
And when the weather was better, we received a lovely video from the Glenurquhart walk. Who, I think it was it Carol Mesheter who put that together?
Carol Masheter, yeah, from Sorvis.
Yeah, Masheter, yeah. And it really does demonstrate the kind of the joy of walking in that part of the country, especially.
Yeah, definitely. It was really nice to take part in helping to put together that video, and like you say, showcases the lovely walks that are in Glenurquhart, and encourages people to join in with the health walk and other health walks as well, doesn't it? It talks about the wider health walks in the area.
And while you're standing there at the Ness, Kate, reminds me that just a few weeks ago, when the sun was splitting the sky, I was down talking to members of the Inverness Angling Club.
Oh, yeah.
Because one of our volunteer drivers, David, is quite a new member. And there was a report out that some health boards in England were prescribing angling as a kind of way of relieving anxiety, stress, and depression. So
oh, wow, brilliant.
We went down to talk to the anglers there. And I was almost convinced myself, someone who was put off angling by my father many years ago because he just kept giving me rows for getting my line tangled in the weeds. But they certainly made it look very good. And so that was one of our podcasts, and we've had other podcasts.
Yeah, what about, you've been getting all the stars on, haven't you, Jeff? What about your episode with Kay Adams, who is soon to be appearing on Strictly Come Dancing?
Yeah, Kay Adams, she was one of our guests. Yes, that's coming on quite soon, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Would you do it?
Would I do dancing? I'd give anything a go, to be honest.
Yeah, you would.
What about you?
I can't dance. I've got 2 left feet.
Oh.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it would be funny. It'd be entertaining for everybody watching me. What about you, Kate? Would you dance?
Are you a dancer, Kate?
I mean, I'd definitely take part and I'd have a lot of fun, but I'd probably be pretty rubbish.
I don't think so. I think you'd be quite good.
Yeah, she looks quite nimble, doesn't she? Nimble on her feet. Yeah. So yeah, so I think I would be the comic turn on any kind of dancing competition. Certainly. In terms of other things happening, the Cheery Book Club,
which is going from strength to strength, isn't it? It's great. It's really good.
New members?
Yeah, we've got new members coming along. Most months, actually, we're bringing in new people. It's like just a great group of people that are loving reading, loving chatting, loving getting together. It's brilliant.
And again, thanks to McGregor's and McGregor's Wee Cafe for allowing us to host that.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a lovely atmosphere there.
It is.
Especially when there's music coming from the bar next door. And speaking of books, we're very much involved in Book Week Scotland this year. So we hope our Cherry Book Club members and others will come along to an event we're planning in November for Book Week Scotland. We're just putting the final touches to that at the moment with at least one famous author taking part. So look out for the information on that.
Yeah.
And do listen to all our podcasts. They're there on Spotify and Podbean, and you get them on our website as well. And our website is, of course,
www.p4w.org.uk.
Yeah, lots of information on there about what we're doing at the moment, and what we're planning in the months and all of next year as well. So, Kate, should we put you back out in the rain now, or I mean, I think you've wimped out a wee bit by hiding under that underpass.
I tell you, it's risky business here. This flood is fast encroaching.
Oh, Kate, come and get a cup of tea.
I know. I think I will do. I think I'll do that. That sounds good.
Well, I think that's all for this time around. Short and sweet. Nicola, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have we gone over the time limit that you're allowed?
It's okay. I'll make a little excuse.
Okay. And thank you to you, Kate, as well, for braving the elements.
Well done, Kate.
This has been Waste to Wellbeing.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Waste to
Bye,
Wellbeing
guys.
is produced in Inverness, Scotland by Partnerships for Wellbeing, a registered charity. To find out more about our services, go to p4w.org.uk.